back to Action Figure Imagery, everyone. Today we're going to have a look at Jazwares UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship Daniel Cormier figure. Daniel D.C. Cormier. As you can see, this guy is, unlike the other figures in the line, this guy is a little on a, say how I think of a nice way to say it, on a little chunkier side, a different body type, and that's great. We have variety in this toy line. Everyone isn't muscular and slim. This guy a little bit bigger than everyone else, a different body type. It's nice. It's nice to have nice variety. See the accessories he comes with, the belt, hands just like everyone else, the 32 points of articulation. There's the right side of the packaging. Back of the packaging. Daniel's nickname, DC, where he's from, San Jose, California. And UFC debuted April 20th, 2013. Career highlights: he's a UFC heavyweight and light heavyweight champion. Second UFC athlete in history to hold 2 UFC titles simultaneously. And there are the other guys that are in this first series. Left side of the packaging with Daniel's profile. Okay, that's the packaging. UFC logo at the top. Now let's have a look at Daniel outside of the packaging. Alright, action figure fans, here's Daniel Cormier out of the packaging. And as I previously mentioned, he is definitely one of the most unique looking figures because of his unique physique. A nice way to say this now is, since he's a heavyset character and the only heavyset character in the line so far out of the first wave, Daniel's features, he has some interesting tattoos. He has a tattoo on his left arm, what looks like a Viking character, and another tattoo on his right. It looks like a bulldog. Not a bulldog. It looks like a pet bull. That's probably maybe one of a pet that he had or has. And the last tattoo looks like that of a little girl on the back, and national champion right there. We'll have a closer look at those tattoos when we go to the still imagery. And let's have a look at Daniel's articulation, starting with the head. Okay, you can move it back that far, go up that far, and down all the way to his chest like that. His arms, as with all of them, their arms swivel out like that, in and out, outward arm movement. You can spin it around 360 as the shoulder pivot, elbow pivot, wrist swivel, and crunch at the waist. Articulation, you can twist the waistline around, go down. He has a mid-thigh swivel, and seem like every figure has the gray underneath their cloth trunks. They have the gray trunks underneath the cloth trunks. The gray trunks that are painted on underneath every figure. Go further down to the knee articulation. You bend the knee back that much, bend it forward, and of course he has ankle articulation, pivot, ankle pivot. Alright, he's a fun figure to have. And let's look at he did have a feud with John Bone Jones, Daniel Cormier. For those of you who have been keeping up with UFC over the years, him and John Bone Jones did have a feud with each other. And if you want to compare him to John Bone Jones, here's the John Bone Jones figure right here. You'll have a closer look at these two in the still images later on. They did have a feud with each other, and you can just YouTube it and see all their press conferences and including their fights on YouTube. John is supposed to be taller than Daniel, and he is. And let's look at Daniel's accessories Just like the other fighters, he comes with championship belt and 2 extra hands, default hands. These are the palms, of course. I'm sorry, these are not the default hands. Default hands are the ones he already come with, as they are closed fists. And his extra head. You can see that. Daniel's extra head look like it's a. Unlike the other fighters whose extra head look like they're angry with their mouth open, Daniel's extra head looks as if he's smiling, which is very interesting. Okay, now let's have a look at the still images of Daniel. Okay, folks, there's Daniel inside of the packaging, as he's pictured when you purchase him from the store. And you see he has the usual accessories as the other fighters. Close-up profile of Daniel on the side of the packaging. The real-life Daniel. And that's a zoomed-out view of the same image. Right side of the packaging. Right side view of the packaging. Back of the packaging, photograph of the back. See all the other fighters that are available as figures in Series 1. Left side of the packaging. Left side view. Daniel Cormier. And there's what it looks like when you take him out. See his extra hands, the extra head, the championship belt, flag, which I forgot to point out the flag in the video portion, so I'm pointed out here. There's Daniel and John Bone Jones standing next to each other, face to face. As you can see, John is a tad bit taller than Daniel, which is how it's supposed to be. There's another angle, 2 standing side by side, facing the camera this time. Not much shorter than John, but is shorter than you. And there they are with their backs to each other. Another comparison shot to illustrate the height of the 2 figures. The height difference, rather. Also, you see you have different skin tones, too. And photograph of Daniel by himself with his default head. How he appears inside the packaging. Up close of Daniel out of the packaging. Facial profile. Left side view of Daniel. In a moment we're going to get a closer look at those tattoos. You can see that left tattoo on his left arm there. Back view of Daniel. Look closely at the top of his head. You can see he has a little faded hairline at the back of his neck. I didn't notice that earlier, but I notice it now. And you can see it from the side too, is the right side view of Daniel. And you can see he has that tattoo of that dog on his right arm, right shoulder, which I believe is a pit bull. As you can see, Daniel is right at 6 inches or just about 6 inches, depending on how you view it. Looks like he's almost exactly 6 inches tall. Here's a closer look at the dog. As you can see, that's my best efforts. I had to turn the flash off of my camera and just put him underneath the lamp, and to get a better picture of that tattoo, which is on the right arm. There's the one on his back. The one of the girl. It looks like a girl. National champions. You can see spelt back there. That's the one tattooed back. This tattoo is the one that's on his left. Looked like a pirate. I'm not sure if that's a pirate or a Viking getting ready to swing a sword. That's what it looks like to me. Not really sure what it really is, but that's what it appears to be. There's a close-up shot of the UFC Championship belt. It says Ultimate Fighting Championship underneath the UFC letters. Close-up view. I had to cut the flash off the camera for this shot also. And here's another view of the American flag that all the American characters come with. I forgot to illustrate it in the video portion, so here it is in the slideshow portion. the flag that comes with Daniel. Size comparison of Daniel with other figures. There's Cowboy. I'll be reviewing him in another video of his on. And Daniel next to John Bone Jones and Cerrone again. And you see John and Daniel are only two heavyweights so far in his line. There's the default hit attached to Daniel. The second hit. That's a scan image of the back of the packaging, my scanner. And you see all the statistical information along with the other fighters on the back. Donald Cerrone's the name of the Cowboy, by the way. And that's a comparison shot of the real figure, of the real man and the figure, which I don't think doesn't look too much alike. There's the default head and the extra head together. Alright fans, final thoughts on Daniel Cormier. I am very pleased with this figure, very nice action figure. The most outstanding feature, like I said, is the size, a different size for a change. It's good, it adds variety to the line. Everyone can't have the same body type. He's shorter than what he looks like in the packaging. When I first saw the figure on the internet, seems like he was very tall looking for some reason, but when you take him out of the packaging, he's actually a lot shorter. And he's shorter than John Bone Jones, as you just saw. And that's how it's supposed to be, because he's shorter than him in real life too. Interesting tattoos on the figure. And the figure, in my opinion, does not really look 100% like a real human being. It doesn't really look too much like Daniel Cormier, in my opinion, but that's okay. It's still a nice looking figure, still a cool figure. Even though it doesn't look 100% like a real man, this is a close enough representation as you can possibly get. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, Jazwares. You're doing a great job with this line, and let's hope we continue to see more great figures from this line. And that's it for the Daniel Cormier review, everyone. Until next time, everyone have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video.